Welcome to part 2 on how to get more print-on-demand sales. In yesterday's video, we discussed Redbubble, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to get more sales with the Teespring platform. I was going to discuss Redbubble and Teespring in yesterday's video, but the video was getting a bit too long, so I thought I would make today's video about Teespring. So if you're wondering what yesterday's video was, if you haven't seen it, basically I went through a few different methods to increase your chances of getting more print-on-demand sales. Because obviously I just have to say nothing is guaranteed. There is no magic formula that's going to 100% guarantee you get more sales. All we can do is try different tactics and methods to increase the chances of getting more sales on these various platforms. So yesterday we spoke about Redbubble. Today we're talking about Teespring. If you haven't already smashed the like button, please smash the like button. It would mean the world to me. And if you are new here, my name is Shimmy Morris. I talk about print on demand, entrepreneurship, making money online, Amazon FBA, all of these kind of things. And if any of this interests you, please don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I am so close to 50,000 subscribers, and you can really help me get there. So let's just get right into this video. Teespring has changed. Now, I made a video about how to get sales on Teespring about a year ago, and since then a lot has actually changed. They used to have a marketplace, a boosted network, a trust score, all of these different elements that allowed you to get organic sales, because again, we're mainly talking about organic sales. Like yesterday's video, I explained organic sales is where you upload a design and you get sales without having to do anything, right? The company gets the sales for you. And then on non-organic sale is where you have to send the traffic. Sometimes that costs, sometimes it's free, but you are doing the work to get that sale some way or another. So with Teespring, they used to be pretty good at organic sales. And even if you ask support now, they'll say, yes, there is a boosted network, it's coming back, we're still working on the trust score and all these different things, but I don't believe it. And if you have a look at my account, I'm at 6,138 sales, and there's no organic sales. There's no trust score. There's no boosted network. There is nothing. All of those sales came from me advertising, me sharing it, me, driving traffic to the platform. Teespring did nothing. So I just want you to be aware that when it comes to organic sales with Teespring, it's a lot harder. Now, there are elements of free sales if you use social media, which we're going to talk about, but the majority of the time, it usually involves spending a bit of money, at least, to build up your audience, to then send them to Teespring and to get sales. So I just want to quickly say, if you are on Teespring and you're getting organic sales, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm so curious to find out why you were eligible to get organic sales and how you got those organic sales. And if you've got organic sales, let me know, and hopefully I'll make a video on it. I can speak to you and find out the methods that you used, and I can hopefully teach everyone how to do that and spread that message on how to get organic sales on Teespring. For now, we're going to be talking about more non-organic sales because, well, that's what we know how to do on Teespring. It's going to come from marketing efforts on TikTok, on Pinterest, on YouTube, on Instagram, and other platforms like Facebook, but those 4 were the big ones. With TikTok, I recommend influencer marketing. Now, influencer marketing is when you send someone a product, you pay them a bit of money, and they, talk about your product. They send traffic to your product. They're either wearing your t-shirt or talking about your t-shirt. The reason why I highly recommend influencer marketing through TikTok is because TikTok is still a baby platform. I know it's not a baby platform. I know it's huge. It's massive. But influencers aren't charging that much money to talk about your product. So you can get good bang for your buck using TikTok. Now, all you have to do is message random influencers, micro-influencers, even major influencers. That's like people over 100,000 followers, and micro could be, 5 to 10 to 15,000 followers, and just see if they'd be interested and what their prices would be. There's no harm in asking. Now, as well as that, right, as well as doing influencer marketing with TikTok, I recommend also posting your own TikToks. Now, I don't mean doing the whole dancing and singing and how we think of TikTok. You could actually post, talking about your t-shirt. So if you have a dog t-shirt, you can talk about different dog topics, and you could be that TikTok channel that feels the fur and dogs, or rescues dogs, or goes round to different rescue places and kind of shares the message about adopting a rescue dog. It could be anything, right? It could be anything, and that's just dog related. And then underlying from that message of whatever your TikTok is about, you can every so often share the t-shirt that you're selling. You can always wear your t-shirts in your TikToks so that subliminally people are seeing them, right? And then you can also link to it in your main TikTok profile. So definitely go with TikTok. Now, like TikTok, I also highly recommend Instagram, and that's Instagram influencer marketing, which is a bit more expensive than TikTok, but it could still be very valuable. And as well as that, also creating your own Instagram account, right? By building up your own Instagram audience, and I have a whole video on this, but by building up your own Instagram audience, you will in turn be able to send traffic, which technically is organic because it's not costing you, but send traffic to your Teespring page and actually get sales. Now, in terms of building up your Instagram audience, I would say nowadays, if you want to build a big Instagram page, it's mostly about video. And the CEO has actually come out and said they now want to focus on video more than photos. So yes, okay, you can still post a photo every day or 2 photos a day or something, but more importantly than that, make sure to post a reel every single day. And what's so easy is you can post the same reel on TikTok that you do on Instagram, as long as it's within the Instagram time frame. I think Instagram at the moment is 30 seconds. Some accounts it's 60 seconds, which is annoying. I have 2 Instagram accounts. One allows me a 60-second reel, one allows me a 30-second reel, which is frustrating. But either way, I would recommend posting 1, 2, or even 3 reels every single day. They can be around the same topic. If it's the dog niche, you can go around and talk about supporting different dogs and all these different things, and you can just talk about the different types of dogs and the crossbreeds and the this and the that, and there is just so much you can talk about when it comes to this topic without ever having to say, go and buy my t-shirt, go and buy my t-shirt. You don't want to be shouting down people in TikToks or reels telling them to go and buy your stuff, right? You just want it to be subtle messages where they're like, oh, I want to go and support this person. I want to go and buy their merch. I like what they're wearing in that video. I want to go and buy that. And the link will always be there. So definitely use Instagram as well. And with Pinterest is just so good because you can have variety of different categories and niches all within one Pinterest account. Because with Pinterest, you can create boards, and each board can be for a niche. So you can have a dog board, a cat board, a dinosaur board, a jobs board, a whatever board, it doesn't matter, right? You can create boards for everything, and then you can just upload pins. Now what you want to do is create a variety of different pins, so let's say 10 or 20 pins per t-shirt design, and have them all link back to that t-shirt. There is no guarantees here. All it will do will increase the traffic to go to Teespring and actually get sales. Now, bear in mind with Pinterest, it's all just an experiment. And in terms of how many pins to post per day, I would recommend posting 4 pins per day. That is what I've been doing to test it out. And so far it's been quite good. I have hit a point where it's kind of plateaued and my views aren't going up, which is a bit annoying, but I'm going to work on that and kind of figure out what's going on, and then obviously let everyone know what they can do. But I would recommend 4 pins a day. They can be for any different t-shirts you want. And just because you create 1 pin for a t-shirt, don't think, that's done. You can keep creating pins for that t-shirt and just create different pins, different designs, always showing that one t-shirt. Now, when it comes to actually creating pins, you could use Placeit for mockups. Now, Placeit has the biggest library of mockups. They haven't sponsored this video. I just love using Placeit because, like I said, they have the largest library of mockups. All you have to do is upload your design and it will show up on tons of different things. Now, if you want to get Placeit, it's 15% off in the link in the description. So definitely go and check Placeit out if that's something you want. And again, you'll be able to use those mockups for Instagram. You'll be able to use those mockups for TikTok. And the reason I say Pinterest is because Pinterest are mainly photos, and that's what Placeit excel at. So those are a couple of marketing tips and tricks to increase the chance of getting sales on Teespring. Now, if we compare Teespring to Redbubble yesterday, I would say Teespring aren't as good at organic sales. In fact, Redbubble far outweigh, whatever the word is, Teespring when it comes to organic sales, just because of their marketplace and because of their retargeting ads that they pay for and that they do. So Redbubble do win in that sense. Now with Teespring, they aren't necessarily a bad platform, even though I make a lot of videos bashing them. I'll say this, Teespring is perfect for the creator who already has an audience or who's planning on building an audience that doesn't want to spend any money on Shopify or Zyra or anything for that matter, and just wants a simple kind of plug and play system where they can create a store. They don't care what that store looks like. It can be a jumbled mess. They just want to upload their products to the store and then put that store on their different social media platforms. The link to that store on Teespring, on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. That's who Teespring is perfect for. Now, if you want to be able to go deeper into analytics, you want to have more control of your store, you want to be able to customize themes and categorize things and do all of that, then no, Teespring isn't for you. But if you just want a simple plug and play solution, then go for it. I feel that Redbubble will appeal to a much larger group of sellers because most people don't want to have to worry about sending all of that outside traffic. They just want to rely on those organic sales. But let me just quickly say this, and this is so important, regardless of the platform you're using, if you are not building a brand or at least a social media following around your print on demand sales or designs, you are setting yourself up for failure, because if you don't have that audience, right, and you're just relying on the website to get you sales, that website can shut down. That website can just, stop delivering traffic to your designs, and then boom, you're not getting any sales anymore. Whereas if you have that audience, you can always send them to a different place. If Redbubble's not getting sales, you can send them to Shopify, you can send them to Zyra, you can send them to Teespring, you can send them anywhere. As long as you have that audience is how you're going to make your money. So, despite all of the issues with Redbubble and with Teespring, with the banning and the tags issue and the copyrights issue and, all of these issues, they probably still fall in the top 10 print-on-demand companies, maybe even top 5 print-on-demand companies to upload your designs to. So definitely give it a go, and hopefully it will increase your chances to actually get more sales. Thank you so much for watching this video. And again, if you never saw yesterday's video, I highly recommend checking out. The link will be in the description if you want to go and watch that video, as well as that it will be at the end of this video. Definitely go and check that out. And finally, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you in tomorrow's video, if there is a video tomorrow, the next video.